As the search for Esse went viral, the Kano State Emirate Council insists the Emir of Kano, Muhammad Sanusi II, had instructed the handing over of Esse Oruru by her abductor. Briefing journalists over the incident, the Emirate Council, Mahi Bashir, says Esse has never been under the custody of the Emir or any official of the Emirate Council. After the deafening outcry for the release of Esse, the police finally makes a move to get Esse back to her parents after 6 months of abduction.
Miss Esse Oruru, who was taken to Kano sometime last year by one Yunusa. We are investigating both Bayelsa and Kano State Command. The case involves multi-jurisdictional investigation because she has been taken to Kano from here. So we are working hand in hand with the Kano State Police Command to make sure we secure her release from the said Yunusa who took her to Kano. Men from the state CID, Bayelsa, has even went to Kano on investigation activities sometime last year. But in the process of perfecting her release, we couldn't perfect that process as at that time. So we have to hand over the case to Kano State Police Command. And I believe investigation is ongoing from that end.
There's a ray of hope and preparations in top gear for the return of Esse, who on her own seems not to understand her rights as a child.
Now we call it the Kano. As we reach the Kano, call it the Emir Palace. We they call this number and not they go before one come manage. The one when you go, as I said, they come. So the army for fraud cotton say we not go past the fraud. Say we go back of the first. We enter from back. We go enter the place. As we enter after some minutes, one telling my Koko the boy say, now you bleed somebody from Bayelsa. Say why? Why you go bleed somebody call? Where they don't carry piki call you they bleed somebody call say piki there. What did make you bleed? So all these boys for MES and partners workers, they don't call gather all these 20, 18 years, plenty. They just they shout, they talk. So now I got tell they say I got they beg the man say I beg. Now my piki may una give me my piki na just small piki. I'm not in this kind of apple. And I they say food nobody when I they do bad. I call the beggar. He say, "Oh, she will go good. How they do? He who say me call him my picky go there. Nobody will give me picky. I see they talk to me self now. Today I not go see that picky. The boy will carry my daughter go. He go call me tell me say, "Mom, I not cry here. I not if your picky." Now me and that can arrange together before I carry your picky go. Not disturb people. I not if your picky. Good 3 times. So from there now we call reach there on Monday again. The chief of the community, my daughter, there the 2 policemen with another man. I owe my daughter called. Now it's a black sheep. Now they take her call. They call the police. Whoa, this side, whoa, this side. Then the boy, the chief of the community, they call come. When we reach there, the call tell us say na local government by local government. If you reach Kura local government, now we go come out. As you reach the Kura local government, where we reach, they say we go wait where they call the case. Where they call the case, my daughter now they call us Aisha at the door where are the hijab for Ibodo. Now only her face only now I think no say na my daughter be this now. So it just they look me like mumu. She not fit talk, she not fit do say na my mother be this, just like that. So as we call reach that place now, they say na Sharia court. Now we go judge the case. Now from that this court they say not get anything to do for Sharia court because the woman call from all the way for Bayelsa say they carry her daughter call her and as reach here does say waiting day for Sharia court again. You know they go. From then I they scatter everywhere. The man just push me for inside motor to go station.
The Sharia Castle court said they have already initiated her to their Islamic religion that they cannot bring the girl again. So when I had the report, I have to make a report. I have to go and make the complaint to police station. The Bayelsa Police Command headquarters released 2 policemen for me to go to Kano with the Arewa Shema and the Shema too, Dan Kalo. We went to Kano on the 2nd of September. We stay in Kano, distribute the letter written by the CP here, Bayelsa State, to all the local government and the headquarters. We hold several meetings there. And the boy there who bring who took my daughter to Kano was arrested there. None of them was released. So since then we'll be running up and down to make sure they bring the girl. I've made some agencies to help me to bring my daughter. Up till now, my daughter has not come. So that is the problem I'm facing. I want my daughter to come. My daughter is a small girl. She has just completed 40 years. That was on Monday, 22nd of February 2016. So it's just 40 years now. I want them to release my daughter for me, please.
In Abuja, the police spokesperson, Bisi Kolawole, confirms SA is in its custody and in the Gender and Child Care Protection Unit, undergoing medical and psychological checkup before she would be reunited with her parents. In a short speech read to the media, she discloses that investigations have been launched to vet the involvement of the Nigerian police in the last 6 months during the abduction.
Inspector.
For Ese's mother, however, the joy of being reunited with her daughter overshadows any consideration. She could only mutter a few words to express her feelings.
The girl child victim from the Kano State Sharia Commission. She is currently in safe custody of officers of the gender unit of the force. I can also confirm that the force has also taken into custody Yunus Adayiru, alias Yellow, her abductor. The victim is currently being granted psychological and emotional support by officers of the Gender and Child Protection Unit of the force, which handles cases of this nature that touch on violence against children. In addition, a team from the medical department of the force have also extended medical attention to the girl child. Upon certifying her medical status and emotional state, Ese Oruru will be reunited with her parents today, who are also around to work with police professionals in these regards.
As the mother, not get any other thing to say, because already on my daughter cry, the blessed people, all the Nigerian people in short, just work hard so that I can get my daughter back. Now I don't get my daughter, now to go and thank everybody, both police, everybody when you work, so I don't carry my picture. I will go with her. God bless everybody.
Ese's arrival to her state of birth in Bayelsa is shrouded in secrecy. Although the media and all those who have kept vigil for her return could catch a glimpse of her before she was taken into protective custody.
She's right where you are now, and hale and hearty. We are just trying to see how we can cancel her. As you can see, my wife has just prayed with her, and that's what we intend doing in the next few days. Yes, definitely we have to prosecute when we see the suspects. Anybody who has committed an offense against any law has to be prosecuted, and he has done one, so we are waiting for him to be brought. Definitely, as you heard the IG said, he has to be prosecuted.
The Emir of Kano, His Royal Highness Alhaji Muhammad Sanusi, had indeed directed that the abducted girl, Miss Rita Orure, be returned to her parents in Bayelsa as far back as in August. Information that I obtained, because at that time in August, I was still in Force Headquarters. But the information I obtained from my predecessor, Assistant Inspector General of Police, Tambariabo, confirmed that His Royal Highness actually sent a delegation made up of some members of Sharia Commission and representatives of the Emirate Council with a letter requesting the police to take back the girl to her parents. This is the copy of the letter, which the Emir sent to the police, that she should be reunited with her parents.
In September 2015, President Muhammadu Buhari launched the Year of Action to End Violence Against Children alongside the key findings of the Violence Against Children survey. At that event, the Inspector General of Police, Solomon Arase, disclosed that between January and August 2015, a total of 133 cases of child violence had been recorded. In responding to the plight of the children, Lagos becomes the first state to launch the Violence Against Children campaign in direct response to the presidential launch of the Year of Action to End Violence Against Children. Lagos is doing this in collaboration with the United Nations Children Fund, UNICEF, USAID, and other development partners.
Sadly, most violence acts against children are perpetrated by people that they know. As a society, we must strive to prevent and eliminate all forms of violence against children. Although in general terms, it was understood that violence against children is prevalent in Nigeria, it was in 2014 that Nigeria conducted a Violence Against Children survey to better appreciate the scope of the problem.
The findings of the survey highlight that violence is not confined to poor families, nor to marginalized children or children living in the shadows of conflict. Violence against children is not someone else's problem, it is everyone's problem. Last September, Nigeria made a commitment at the highest level to end violence against children when the President of Nigeria, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, launched the Year of Action to End Violence Against Children. However, His Excellency also recognized that while national level commitments are important, how these commitments are translated into action at state, local government, and world level is critical.
As you have heard, Nigeria is the very first country in West Africa to have the great decision to conduct this important report. It's the 8th country in the world, but it is the largest country in terms of population, and we need to appreciate the effort this represents, because all other countries will feel inspired by your very important action. Congratulations again. This important study was conducted by the National Population Commission, here represented today, and a technical working group, which was led by the Ministry of Women's Affairs and Social Development, also represented here, with the support of UNICEF, the US Center for Disease Control and Prevention, also represented with us. And it shows how research is important to inform action, to monitor progress, but above all, to break the invisibility of violence. Most children suffer in silence. They suffer forgotten, and we need to change this reality.
In most countries in Africa, Asia, Europe, Latin America, and others, it is even more heartbreaking that those children suffer the violence in the hands of those who wield authority over them. Fathers, mothers, chief teachers, elders, foster parents, uncles, and other close superiors. Worried by the disturbing increase and frequency of the violence across the world, the United Nations commissioned a study into the menace in 2006. One of the key recommendations of the study was for member nations to strengthen data collection and research on children and their respective situations.
But there's something we must be aware of. That is the female genital mutilation, female circumcision. It is not in the child's right law. And Mr. Speaker said I should ask us or charge us to support the Lagos State House of Assembly as we add this into the child's right law this year, so that we can get a law that truly is, talking about children and making sure that the rights of a female child is also considered as human rights.
To be more forthright
The United Nations says that an estimated $440 billion is lost yearly to violence against children in sub-Saharan Africa. UN identifies 4 fundamental goals which the federal government must pursue urgently if it must succeed in its recent offensive on violence against children. These include a child-focused, multidisciplinary and time-bound national and state-level strategy, an explicit ban on all forms of violence against children backed by effective enforcement, increased efforts to make violence against children socially unacceptable, and the establishment of a sound data and research system.